The top stories. The Cave Hill Guild has a New Year wish on tuition fees. 6 looking for accommodation after yesterday's fire in Silver Hill. And Trinidad seeks foreign help to deal with a serious oil spill. This is Nation News for Monday, December the 23rd. I'm Bertram Miles.
You want your loved ones around to celebrate, especially those living far. And with Digicel Top-Up, Dad can help you bring life to the party and be part of the celebration. Ask him to send you Digicel Minutes. Receive free instant additional credit. Stay connected here and there. Ask your family abroad to send Digicel Minutes today.
The Guild of Students at Cave Hill is still hopeful that the new year will see new negotiations with government on tuition fees, which are due to be imposed from the next academic year. Guild President Damani Pattis said the Guild's plan going forward was to continue dialogue with Prime Minister Frendel Stewart using the good offices of Labour leader Sir Roy Troughton. Mr. Pattis was speaking after the Guild of Students donated more than 30 hampers to 6 institutions.
We would have gotten the items from several areas. Donations were made from the school pensioners, of course, were sponsors, armstrong agencies, etc. But have given us items that they, as a point of building up the initiative. And we wanted to do this in a special celebration of our 50th anniversary. This is the last thing that will be done for the 50th anniversary of the University of West Indies. And this is the Guild's, one of the Guild's contributions to that initiative this year.
And of course, you know that family and friends of Barbadians have been flying home for the holidays, no doubt eager to feast on ham and other treats.
It's Christmas time again, and for many Barbadians living abroad, that means coming home for the holidays.
I am here with my family, so we're having a wonderful Christmas with all family and friends coming over and enjoy ourselves.
Going on the beach, Christmas Day, no snow, you know, and seeing the family. And pretty much just relaxing.
I was living overseas now for about 34 years. This is about my fourth Christmas home. I love being here at Christmas. It's so much different, more, you know, close-knit, and all the different types of food and stuff.
Most of it, I really want to go to Queen's Park. I haven't been there for a long time, so I'm looking forward to do that on Christmas morning.
Oh, we do live in New York, in Westbury in New York, and my children, one is in Raleigh, North Carolina, and the other one is in Boston, up in actually Milton in Massachusetts. So because we live at three different places, we don't get to see each other this often, and we decided this year that we will do it right here in our home.
This is Natasha Beckles for Nation News.
6 people made homeless by a fire in Silver Hill will likely spend a second night with friends and family. The upper level of the National Housing Corporation unit was gutted by yesterday's fire, which was caused by an electrical explosion in the home of Sandra Harding Cox. She lives there with her partner, her sister, and 3 children. The home of Marcia Welch, who lived in the adjacent unit, sustained soot and water damage. Sandra Harding Cox said the fire had marred their Christmas celebrations.
I was here cleaning the toys on the floor. While getting things finished up, I decided to put on something to sit right here. What I sit here, listen, no time I hear this box say click, click, click. My sister said, Sandra said that click, so I tap back cap, I click. So when they come down to her, upstairs and bare for you. So she called for help, and that was everything, and no space of time.
The Salvation Army today had their annual Christmas luncheon, which saw 300 persons being fed at the headquarters of the Salvation Army in Reed Street, the city.
What has been helping us throughout the year? From time to time we have Barbadian businesses, we have individuals who may have a stall at the market, or may have a farmer may call and donate a set of sweet potatoes or a set of carrots, you know, to the feeding center. and of course the regular donations from ordinary citizens. We get a subvention from the government every quarter. Sometimes that can be late in coming, and we have to be pumping money into it from other sources for it to continue.
The flood defense for Speightstown will be strengthened under a new $9 million loan from the Caribbean Development Bank. The money will finance a project to reduce flood hazard risk in the town and provide technical assistance to improve the planning, execution, and funding of routine maintenance. The police drug squad has destroyed almost 200 marijuana plants found growing in Coach Hill, St. John yesterday. The operation was a joint one between the police and the defense force. The marijuana plants range from 1 to 6 feet in height. 5 pounds of dried cannabis were also discovered in the same Coach Hill area.
At Courts, every day we bring affordability, convenience, innovation, and style to over 1 million customers in 11 countries. From homes to communities, we are proud to make a difference in the lives of many across the region. Courts, bringing value home.
The authorities in Trinidad and Tobago say international assistance will be required to clean up an oil spill on the country's southwestern coast. A 3 to 4 mile area is thought to be affected by the spill off La Brea, an area best known as the site of the Pitch Lake. Energy Minister Kevin Ramnarine says the government pays retainer fees for such a contingency, and there's a company in Florida which has cutting-edge equipment to deal with the spill, though he wasn't sure when the equipment will reach Trinidad. 5 oil spills occurred last week, and the government says it is investigating if sabotage was involved. 15 families have been affected by the spill, while birds and marine life are covered in oil. In St. Lucia, police have destroyed over 100 pounds of illegal drugs, comprising cocaine and marijuana. It was set ablaze at the weekend. It represents the haul from several matters which have been settled in court. In Jamaica, where they are still on a high after last week's fabulous win by Tasan Chin on NBC's The Voice. When she returned home for a short while, she was honored by a number of organizations and praised by entertainer Shaggy for giving Jamaica something it really needed: hope. International news now. 2 members of the Russian band Pussy Riot were freed this morning. The pair had been jailed for the past 2 years for profanity-laced protest against Russian President Vladimir Putin, but many believed it was a clampdown on dissent. They were freed days after oil tycoon Mikhail Khodorkovsky was pardoned by Mr. Putin after spending more than 10 years in jail. The 2 Pussy Riot members said it was a publicity stunt to improve Russia's image and vowed to continue the fight for human rights. About 1,500 prisoners are expected to be freed. In sport, Christchurch Foundation School cricketers received an early Christmas present yesterday when they captured the BCA's intermediate title. Foundation won by virtue of a hard-fought first innings lead in their drawn encounter with Rockland Hardware Isolation Cavaliers in the 4-day final. And finally, police in Britain have issued a warning to people who make malicious calls to the emergency services during the Christmas period. Listen to this. One man even called 999 to report a fly in his ice cream. Another caller phoned in to ask for a lift home after a party, as she had no credit on her mobile phone to ring a taxi. The police warned that action will be taken against people making nuisance calls. And that's Nation News for Monday. I'm Bertrand Adams.